Have you ever noticed how our minds are like non-stop thinking factories? We keep coming up with ideas, remembering things, and imagining the future or the past. It's like being on a constant mental roller coaster. But you know what? Often, all this thinking takes us away from the most important thing, the present moment. That's where mindfulness comes in. It's not just a relaxation technique, it's your secret tool to stop those busy thoughts and fully focus on what's happening right now. Think about this: when was the last time you really, truly paid attention to the present moment? That's what mindfulness is all about. It's like tuning yourself into a higher level of awareness. Imagine yourself sitting next to a calm, peaceful lake. The water is so still that it reflects the sky perfectly. As you look at this serene scene, you start to feel a connection between you and the peaceful lake. It's like the boundary between you and the lake starts to disappear, and you're not just watching, you become a part of that tranquil view. Now, consider your thoughts. When you're wholly present, it's not as if your thoughts are in some remote realm. You are right there, amidst your thoughts, experiencing them completely. You and your thoughts are synchronized. Now, here's the intriguing aspect: mindfulness isn't the sole instrument at your disposal. There's also something referred to as cognitive behavioral therapy, somewhat akin to a mental overhaul. It aids in recognizing and reshaping those pessimistic thought patterns, making it especially useful if you're grappling with anxiety or depression. Have you ever pondered the essence of spirituality? It's not necessarily about thinking, but rather, it's about the absence of thought. Yes, you heard it correctly. You see, thoughts are akin to tangible entities in our minds, occupying space, much like any other tangible object. However, this is where the enchantment transpires. When we halt the ceaseless thinking, it's akin to plunging into the profundities of our consciousness, akin to descending into an extensive abyss. All of a sudden, you're in a state where thoughts cannot reach you. It's akin to inhabiting the VIP section of the present moment, and no thought is granted entry. In this extraordinary state, you aren't racing toward the past or future. Instead, it's akin to an inner expedition into the innermost recesses of your consciousness. It's akin to unlocking a completely new echelon of self-awareness. The message here is lucid. Dwelling in the present isn't merely about discovering tranquility and lucidity, it's a passport to a completely different realm where all those dichotomies fade away, and you uncover your authentic self. How remarkable is that? When you attain full presence in the current moment, a striking phenomenon occurs: the ego's I dissipates. The ego is crafted from our identifications with the material world, past experiences, and future projections. In that very moment, however, the ego finds no fertile ground. This occurs because the ego hinges on identification, which, in turn, relies on the division between observer and observed. Deep within each of us, there exists this concealed treasure, an abode of inner stillness. It's akin to your own private hidden garden of unadulterated awareness. But, guess what? Most of us seldom venture into this place because our minds are persistently operating in overdrive, entrapped in thoughts. Now, here's where it becomes astounding. That inner silence is akin to a gateway to experiences that transcend what your rational intellect can grasp. In this state, you aren't just cognizant of the world around you, you become the very consciousness that renders everything conceivable. It's akin to you and the cosmos engaging in a cosmic dance, and there's no you apart from the world any longer. It's not about erasing your identity, it's about expanding it beyond the limits of your ego. This represents unity in its purest form. And here's the genuine deal: embracing full presence doesn't signify you'll never encounter pain or suffering, but your relationship with them undergoes transformation. You don't merge with the pain, you witness it as something transpiring, yet it doesn't define who you are. I refer to this as the pain of being. Conversely, there's the joy of being, akin to savoring the essence of existence to the fullest in the present moment, liberated from the incessant babble of your thoughts. It's akin to relishing the unadulterated core of existence. How splendid is that? There are numerous practices and methods to achieve this absolute presence, yet they all share the same objective, aiding you in accessing the inaccessible, which is the genuine nature of your existence. The present is the sole juncture where you can transcend the confines of time and touch eternity. It's the only moment where doing, an attribute of the ego, evolves into being, an expression of the genuine self. Dwelling in the present isn't merely a cliched self-help mantra. It's akin to opening your eyes to a completely different reality. You see, our minds possess this eccentric inclination to forge pasts and futures, but the authentic experience unfolds right here, right now. The present is the bona fide star in this spectacle. When you ground yourself in this moment, you aren't solely enhancing your life, you're immersing yourself in this expansive sea of existence where the most extravagant aspirations can materialize. It's akin to a path to genuine liberation, where the inconceivable suddenly seems conceivable. Once you grasp this, you aren't merely elevating your individual life, you are also expanding the boundaries of human awareness. It's akin to a quantum leap in our evolution. And that, my companion, constitutes the genuine enchantment of the now. It's not merely about discarding the limitations on your life, it's about widening your perspective to a realm of limitless prospects. The richness of the current moment unfurls when we welcome detachment. Frequently, our egos clutch onto notions, relationships, and possessions. Detachment isn't synonymous with disengagement, it's about tenderly embracing the transient nature of life. This denotes the commencement of a delightful dance where you function as both the observer and the observed, the dancer and the dance. Envisage inner silence as the canvas where life's artwork takes shape. To catch a glimpse of this canvas, you must confront your own self. Meditation serves as the mirror for this. However, meditation isn't something you actively undertake, it's a state of non-action, a simple act of observing. The instant you become an observer of your own existence, you are in meditation. Life isn't a riddle awaiting our resolution, it's a grand enigma beckoning us to live it. And guess where the enchantment unfolds? Right here, right now, in the present moment. This enigma reveals itself entirely when you abstain from attempting to decipher it but merely reside within it. The instant you commence attempting to dissect the enigma, you step out of the present and into your analytical intellect, and voila, the enigma dissipates once more. Dwelling in the present might appear audacious because it entails relinquishing the mirage of safety proffered by what we already discern. But here's the clincher, true growth and rejuvenation occur when you embrace this uncertainty. By confronting the unknown, you unlock myriad possibilities that fear and complacency had concealed. Now, the ego relishes playing the what-if game. What if this occurs? What if that goes awry? That's where fear takes hold and drags us away from the present. But here's the clandestine, what if is merely a specter, it lacks substance. When you anchor yourself in the present, you liberate yourself from the what-if shackles and unearth genuine freedom. Contemplate the present as a platform where life's eternal drama plays out. Yet, don't take it excessively seriously. Seriousness is akin to poison for the ego. Instead, embrace the lightness of merely being. Even suffering, within this dance, transforms into just another facet of the performance. The present is akin to a mirror reflecting the perpetual now. The more time you spend in the present, the more your genuine self shines through. And here's the kicker. It's not a journey through time, it's an expedition beyond time. In the now, there's no expedition, no striving, solely pure being.